76, I just said that. He's on the Kawasaki. Stephen Cummins out of Louisiana on the Honda, number 84. Rob Floth, 85, out of Idaho on the Kawasaki. John McLemore, number 88, out of Louisiana. As we get started, and we'll continue with in just a moment. I believe Barry Karsten was in the mix. Plus 40 class. Karsten with the lead, but Mike Brown showing up on the inside. And there's Jason from My Lucas Oil showing up to the announcer's tower. And Mike Brown wastes no time putting the number 31. Jason's man crush in the number 2 spot. That is Barry Karsten. So John McLemore out of Louisiana. Christopher McMillan out of Michigan, number 89. Jamie Bennett out of Louisiana, number 92. Galen Dixon, number 93, out of PA. Randy Salomon, number 94, out of Ohio. North Carolina rider Christian Robertson, number 95. And Christopher Opliger comes to you from Ohio on the Honda. That is your field. It's race number 14, the senior plus 40 class out on the racetrack. Mike Brown immediately jumped into the lead. There's Gregory Paymart, number 44 on the Kawasaki. Getting some heat there from the number 85. And that would be Rob Floth. Floth and Paymart slugging it out early on lap number 1 here in this plus class. And here comes your leader. Says he does not like running that number 1. Of course, it means he's your defending champ. Mike Brown on the FXR Husqvarna Rockstar ride. Brownie out front. Barry Karsten had the whole shot. He is in the number 2 spot. Paymart is third, 44. There's John Gruey into the number 4 spot. Remember, Gruey, 52 years old, in the number 4 spot. Rob Floth in the number 5 spot. Brian Garahan in the number 6 spot on the KTM. Jamie Bennett, 7th place rider. Edward Walston in the number 8 spot. Ricky Schroeder is 9th, and Brooke Fluker rounds out your top 10. That name will get you in trouble. By the mechanics here, we'll pick up our leaders now. Gruey starting to work on Gregory Paymart. So we'll keep a tab on Gruey's advancement as he works his way in here. My man, Jason from My Lucas Oil in the house. I'm just going to put you on the spot. What's happening down there at My Lucas Oil?
Dude, we're blowing up. We're hanging out, showing everybody what we got here with product. And the other thing I came up here to show you guys is that we got movie night tonight. So we'd love you to do the drive-up theater. We're going to be setting up over there, teaming up with the Red Bull guys, and might have some cool new features for you.
Awesome. So we've movies are coming out at 8 p.m. tonight. We're going to watch Travis, what's the Action Figures 2?
Yes, that will be one of them. And then Motocross just actually overnighted me their new movie. So Lucas Oil has a brand new feature film, and it could be cool to check it out. 2 world premieres tonight. I've not seen either one of them, so it's definitely a world premiere to me. Jason from My Lucas Oil, got the whole family here. You got the whole setup here. We're happy to have you guys again. Yeah, thanks a lot, man. You know, I think this year we came out big with doing over 75,000 in product giveaways. So please be looking for your mailboxes to find your Lucas Cash after you leave here. Every single entry to this whole series got.
That is awesome. 75 grand. Now, does that come out of your pocket or Rachel's, your kids' college fund? How are you doing this?
Definitely the college fund. Everybody out here needs to help bring Cooper up with us. So we're paying you guys. You are going to be his teachers. I think, we got at least 1,000 of them out here?
1,300 teachers now. You're all in charge of
an IOU
educating his son.
Lucas Oil card that you're getting. There's an IOU. You're going to owe his kid an education. Greg Paymart battling John Gruey on the screen here. Gruey in 4th. Mike Brown, it's like dropping a bomb on Loretta Lynn, whatever class he's in.
It's over.
Leads Barry Karsten.
I talked to John Gruey. He says, I'm no longer single.
Oh, he's not anymore.
He's got a lady friend with him. They're staying in the Sprinter van, so I guess it's kind of serious.
Okay.
She's probably listening in, so I'm going to be as respectful as I can. He was excited.
In the dating cycle, would you have someone come to Loretta's with you, but they'd have to stay in a separate vehicle?
Yes, you bring 2 Sprinter vans.
Two Sprinter vans.
Your parents are like, not even at 52.
Yeah, still. Yep.
John's parents were like, no, sir, no, you are
yeah.
not. Bring another.
For that.
Not happening.
Here's John putting in a charge, trying to get Paymart.
He almost went off. He did go off the racetrack and almost crashed moments ago.
Oh, he's checking on that Sprinter van.
Yeah,
making
checking
sure
on
no one else is flirting during his moto.
With his girlfriend, that's right. He's already carved his name into one of those trees. They'll come back years from
With a
now
heart.
and hopefully they're still together.
Well, Gruey's been racing here since '82. He's probably done that a lot.
Correct.
He's going through like from probably age 12 or so.
They did a little bit of a special, a little interview with him for the Racer TV broadcast because he raced the very first Lorettas, and he's here pounding out more champions. He has gotten better with age, like fine wine.
Yeah, there was a time I felt like Gruey, as we're still watching him trying to work on Paymart, who's doing a great job in third. There's Paymart on that 44. Gruey I always felt was like so close, but couldn't quite get that moto win or couldn't quite get that title. And then maybe 3 years ago or so, all of a sudden it started happening.
Over.
Yeah.
He finally started practicing.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's all it was. He is so fit. He says he rides about 18 classes because being 100 years old, you're eligible for every vet class.
I see.
All the pro classes.
25, 30, 35,
40, 45, 50, yep. 250A, 450A.
Paymart and Gruey are watching right now with Mike Brown long gone. It's Rockstar Husky, Barry Karsten. He's here for one thing and one thing only, and that's to collect more Suzuki contingency money. And he's getting a whole bunch running in second right now.
He is here to collect all that Jersey Joe cash.
There are tenured, long-time employees of Suzuki Motor Corporation whose entire retirement fund had to go to paying Barry Karsten.
Yes, the stock market note wasn't that. It was Barry Karsten continuing to race. Took a hit on my 401k thanks to Barry. He had a banner year. He made 180 grand in contingency.
Look at this, Paymart. He has shaken off the challenge from Gruey and is now going after Karsten for second.
Look.
Karsten in this corner, past the mechanics area on the 31, now under fire.
A direct shot by Paymart does not rattle the crafty veteran Barry Karsten. Here comes John Gruey. He wants to hang out.
Yeah, he wants part of this.
I want to
wants
play.
to be a third
Give me
wheel.
The ball.
And then Rob Floth on a Kawasaki, not too far behind either. He is in 5th place. Then it's Ed Walston, Brian Garahan, former KTM factory off-road racer, in 7th. Jamie Bennett, 8th. Rick Schroeder, young Ricky Schroeder.
Ricky Schroeder out of Texas. Look at the names. These are classic names of 40-year-old men. There's
Dennis
no Jaliques, there's no Jets, there's no Riders. It's Michael and Barry and Greg.
John, Rob, Ed, Brian.
Edward, I mean.
Edward
Walston here.
Dennis. Yes.
Edward Walston Law Firm.
Look at this battle right here. It looks like Paymart has made it happen, and now Gruey's trying to do the same, getting around Karsten. He is the Oreo filling with the yellow Suzuki and 2 green cookies around him. He got the one in front of him.
You went a long way for that.
Yeah, just everything is based on the Oreo cookie after the fantastic display of Oreo eating by Rodney Tomlin this morning, taking down an entire package himself. Look at Gruey. If Karsten is on the track, Gruey has to be next to him. I believe it's in the rule book. Correct. They have to be side by side when they ride. The first moto they had together earlier today in 50 plus was ridiculous. Gruey and Karsten spent more of the moto side by side than they did in front of each other, and it's about to happen again.
Yeah, his girlfriend was jealous. She goes, like, really, you going to hang out with this guy all day?
This much? You guys are getting a little too close.
Right, there they are, side by side. Gruey has made the pass. And what's funny is he'll come from 40th, catch Barry, and then they're going to battle the rest of the time. He can't. Then suddenly Barry finds 5 seconds to lap.
Well, that's what happened. Look, side by side again.
Not on my watch, says Barry Karsten. That's ridiculous.
He came back.
No
Karsten's
way I'm letting this guy.
Gruey. They're side by side still.
Barry, hey, how you doing? He just friend requested him right there, going side by side into the mechanics area.
Still side by side.
Barry is a mechanic, and he's in the mechanics area.
That's during the moto. Still side by side. Okay, so that's 5 corners in a row that they've
once
been
again
wheel.
side by side again. Get out of here.
Still going side by side.
Still side by side.
Still side by side. And finally, Gruey's able to lock it down. Oh, Barry's not going to be.
Not today. Here comes Barry again on the outside. Oh, I'm going to choose. Oh, a different line. And again, they find themselves, guess what?
Side by side going into the 10 Commandments. Now, Gruey, the battle has pushed him back up to the rear fender at Paymart.
There it is again. Side by side.
Side by side.
Lap.
Gruey able to get
They're the Blue Angels of
motocross
motocross riders.
It's just
they can get synchronized maneuvers. Barry Carson's upside down, flicking John Gruey off. Like, what? How do you even do that?
We got a little Sammy Hagar. That's what dreams.
He drives a Ninja to work every day, a leather jacket.
With just sunglasses, no helmet.
Top Gun. Barry Karsten is Tom Cruise in Top Gun.
So Paymart, Gruey, and Karsten, you see them on your screen right now. They are long gone as far as chances for the lead because Mike Brown is ridiculous. Oh, Paymart!
Paymart goes down.
Paymart crashes, so that's going to put Gruey back up to second. But you know, Barry Carson's not done.
Today, bro.
Side by side again. Unbelievable. Yeah, so this is what the battle for the lead was like between these two in 50-plus this morning. Now it's a battle for second because you have Mike Brown out there. I don't understand. You're right. Gruey can catch Karsten. But once he does, then the pace becomes the same.
Correct. I don't know how that works.
Pulled into a vortex. So side drafting, restrictor plate racing here at the high banks.
97 years of racing between the two of them. John Gruey on the number 70 Kawasaki trying to shake off the pesky Barry Carson. Like, jeez. He's like an annoying kid at a birthday party throwing cupcakes everywhere. Get off of me, dude. Where are your parents at?
Brown's lead is 31 seconds. He just went 4 seconds quicker than Gruey, and Gruey and Karsten are pushing very, very hard because they're battling each other. That's just the level that Mike Brown is on leading this one. Paymart, after the crash, now fourth. Rob Floth, Edward Walston, Jamie Bennett, seventh. Brian Garahan, Dennis Bork, and Jeremy Tiffany.
Barry Karsten just refuses to get off that seat. Not happening. I'm sitting down everywhere. He's bouncing all over the place like a Lane Frost on a bucking Bronco, man. Every now and again, he'll stand up. He's
there's a brief moment of standing. So we go into the 10 Commandments. This is Karsten's move.
He's going to sit down through there.
He was tripling through here earlier today to catch Gruey. He's doing it again. He's back to the rear fender. This is the biggest gap we've seen between these two all week. It's about
they're parked next to each other. It's the whole deal. I cannot
really
down
dangerous.
75 south.
You guys got to be careful on Route 13 out here when they drive side by side on a 2-lane road.
Very dangerous.
Very
Let them get ahead of you.
Got to watch for these two.
Looks over. It's like, are you kidding me? It's 3 in the morning. Here's who else?
Still side
Barry
by side.
Carson. Yep. Seriously, he will not leave you alone.
Yeah, Carson, a little mistake there.
Wow, interesting line there. Testing the flexibility of our course markers there as he lays it over like a skier hitting those poles, whacking him in the shoulder. Barry sitting down, taking a break. He got a sandwich out. Get down. He wants to get on that seat immediately. Conserving energy. In fact, John Gruey is so fit. He has 10-pound dumbbells on the motorcycle, a little holster for him. He's literally, when he gets a break, he's pumping iron on the motorcycle.
He's got those little wrist donuts.
Yeah.
He goes there, got a weight.
He's got
weight
stretchy
belt
bands hooked to the foot pegs, lifts them up.
He actually has a 45-pound plate on his back. Just
on the bottom of the motorcycle to add weight.
Yep. Mike Brown's lead, 31 seconds now. For the moment, this battle between Gruey and Karsten has settled down with Paymart and Floth rounding out the top 5. For the moment.
It's going to change. He's going to get charged back up and go after Gruey one more time. Mike Brown gone. You're right. 31 seconds. Gruey in the number 2 spot. Karsten is third. And that was just a fun battle to watch. I think things have finally settled down. We're 13 minutes into this moto. Carson said, I've just had enough, man. I'm not tired of dealing with this guy. There's finally a look at the number 1 of Mike Brown. Man, he gave up so much information. When I interviewed him earlier, seriously, I was like, I hope you guys are listening and writing down what Mike Brown is telling you. Just about starts and don't rush things, just all kinds of great information. A wealth of knowledge, the guy. Ton of titles here. Go talk to Mike Brown if you want to learn how to go fast, get good starts, have a long career, race enduro, cross, do it all. Around the Big Thor sweeper, Mike Brown picking his way through traffic. And about 5 more minutes of racing remain. Mike Brown out front from Bristol, Virginia, right there on the edge of Tennessee. From Gray, Tennessee for many, many years, as he used to say at every Supercross. Then Kingsport.
Mike Brown, Gray, Tennessee.
Sets it into that deep rut. Those are so deep around that billboard. You literally drop about 7 feet in altitude when you go into that left-hander. Mike Brown saying hello to the crowd, pulls over for some autographs. That's really cool of him to do that during the race. Really engages his fans. Never seen anybody do that.
Getting engaged.
He got engaged to a fan.
Got engaged
Correct.
to a fan mid-moto.
Asked her to marry, came back around, got the answer.
Yep.
Went around, got a ring. He's had that kind of time. Managing that 35-second.
35-second lead.
When he's almost at his age. You got to lead as big as your age.
Yes, I believe he's 46. Everyone looked it up. Brown actually over the weekend was racing the 125 All-Star race at Washougal and battled it out with Ryan Villapoto. They went wheel to wheel the whole time.
That's nuts.
Villapoto came out on top. Brown got the whole shot, made one little mistake. Villapoto got by, but it was 46-year-old Brown. I think Villapoto's like 31 or something.
Correct. Yeah.
So 15 years older, about the same speed as Villapoto. That's how gnarly Mike Brown is.
He's going to fly immediately to an enduro cross tonight, come back and race his moto tomorrow. He's got a 5K to run here in about an hour down in Nashville.
He checked in with Sam Gammons, everybody there at Victory Sports, getting some local races in on his breaks that he has for motos here. Try to get some more contingency money. Going to drive back.
Race a fair race tomorrow night.
I'm going to go catch a moto real quick.
Yep. Wow, still able to air out all the big jumps. Still looks same riding style he had back in the day. Boy,
look what has happened. I believe
no way.
Karsten has closed back in.
One last attempt at
John Gruy. John Gruy one more time.
Holy God.
Come on.
He is unstoppable.
Yep, the gap on our screen says 1.5 seconds. I don't think it's quite that big now. Karsten's coming back as they're deep into lap traffic. You're watching Gruy on the 70.
Go around. Go on.
Dude, those guys are tired.
Ugh. Gruy's fit, man. He'll take that shirt off. He is shredded. 2% body fat.
He was into the negatives at one point.
He was negative body fat.
You actually walk by him and some of your body fat. He burns it.
He burns your body fat. If you just get
so
close
many
to
calories
him,
are being
you get
burned.
fit just getting near him.
Yeah, just so many calories. He's got calories to burn.
You need some calories burned? I'm your guy. All right.
There will be a calorie burning seance over at the John Gruy pit tonight. Bring all your calories. Just burn them all.
Burn them up.
I think that's going to be 2 laps to go now.
So I was down there on the podium, Jalik Swole. He had just finished his moto, and he does one of those Tawny Katane hair whips, and he slung so much water and sweat in my face, it wrapped all the way around. I'm like, man, he just blasted me, dude. He goes, sorry about that. But he did laugh. He did laugh. And I'm like, finally, man, we cracked you, because he was not pumped on that finish. But I guess spinning his head and slinging sweat in my face broke it for him. So I'll do whatever. I'll do it, whatever it takes.
Was on the hood of a Jaguar?
Yeah, it was a Jaguar.
He's doing
Here I go again on my own. Here we go. Jason Wygant is heading down. He's going to get some sweaty interviews with Mike Brown, John Gruy, Barry Karsten. Karsten trying to make another run at Gruy. He's in the frame again. He is about 1.5 seconds behind him. Mike Brown is pristine. That gear has not a speck of dirt on it. He is doubling through all the bumps, the braking bumps that aren't even jumps, but he's making jumps out there. He actually stopped and built a jump just then. Over the Kawasaki, step down into the sweeper one more time. The big number 1 headed to the top step of the podium. Mike Brown is going to do it again. He's going to go 2 for 2 on the day. He'll double again, and I believe, nope, we got one more lap. White flag is out. One more to go. A little early on that. It even says it on the computer screen. I got all these tools up here. I do not use my resources as I should. See if Karsten can make a run at John Gruy. And, of course, he has. He is within about 5 bike lengths of Gruy. They're coming around the big sweeper. Barry Karsten is just not going to give up. He's like a cold sore. Just, oh, really? You're back again? Crazy line there. Gruy on the inside. Barry Karsten just skating across the top of some of those ruts there. They'll jump right past us up and over the Tunnel of Love. Here in race number 14, the senior plus 40 class. Right in front of the billboards we go with Gruy trying to work his way through some lap traffic. And Barry Karsten is coming. Mike Brown way
They're
out
side
front,
by side
39
again, Kevin.
seconds.
They're side by side again.
I see that. I know
It's happening.
You knew it was going to happen. You want Barry Carson on that wall. You need him on that wall. Heading towards the straightaway that takes you to the 10 Commandments. Brownie picking his way through the racetrack, the ruts, this rough racetrack. There's Carson, an overhead view of him working his way through the 10 Commandments. Hangs a right up and over the decision maker, John Gruey, just trying to leave that guy in the dust. He cannot get rid of Barry Carson. He's that last guy at the party at your house. It's 2 in the morning. He won't leave. About a minute's worth of work to go here for the number 1 of Mike Brown. There's Gruey on the number 70 Kawasaki. He sits in the number 2 spot. Karsten third, Paymart, and Walston round out your top 5. And here comes Karsten making a charge. He's got a shot at Gruey. Of course he has a shot. Into the left-hander. Gruey goes inside. Karsten a little bit further outside. 2 bike lengths now separating Gruey and Barry Karsten. Up and over the middle portion of the racetrack. We're watching that second place ride. Mike Brown has already won the race, done his podium interview. He's back eating dinner. He cooked 3 steaks. These guys are still battling. It's John Gruey holding on for dear life. Barry Carson making a run on the outside. I think Gruey's going to hang on. There it is. John Gruey will finish second. Barry Carson will wrap up your podium. Mike already on the interview there. He's already done with that. All right, Jason Wygant's down there with our winners, and we will toss it down to the incomparable Jason Wygant.
This guy is gnarly, I'll tell you what. Mike Brown just going to park it right here. Let's just do the interview like this. I like it. Well, let's just sit down. Let him relax. We're not even putting the bike on the stand. This is how real men do it. Mike Brown, folks, he has won the 40-plus Moto number 1. Let's hear it for Mike Brown. We're watching all these motos, and it looks ridiculously rough to watch. What's it like riding it?
It is very rough. You know, they put some water down before we went out there, and it got slippery on the hard stuff, and still for up in the rough stuff. But it was just kind of, you know, you just kind of like riding a GNCC. You got to pick your line and just stay to it and get it dialed in, and you know, hope it works for you in the race. But yeah, super rough. You know, it's, with all the different size tires, different riders, so many riders, it makes different bumps than what you're normally to. So it's awesome. It's good. It's rough, and yeah, have fun.
You mentioned like a GNCC. Does it help to have experience in like 900 different types of racing? Does that help you out here?
Oh, for sure. You know, I use it every once in a while, but I never think of when I'm out there. I'm thinking of where I should be and how fast I should be going, but it does help when it comes. When I'm about to go over the bars, it comes in handy.
You want to thank anybody, Mike?
Again, Husky FXR for getting me here, and you know, Rockstar, Dunlop, Mechanic Scott has done a great job the last couple of years on my bike, and FMF. Again, FXR, Oakley, Bell Helmets, and you know, all the guys. FMF has got the bike running good, and that's about it. Really, everybody else helps, knows, and appreciate it.
All right, there it is, Mike Brown. 2 moto wins so far today. Let's hear it for him. Good job, Mike. Didn't even have to get off the motorcycle. Conserving energy. That's just what the competition needs him to do. We got a whole shot award and a 3rd place finish. Actually, let's bring both of you guys up. Let's bring both of you up. If you're going to spend the whole moto side by side on the track, you might as well just stand side by side on the podium. Well, it's official. The best racing of the week has been between John Gruey and Barry Carson, and no one's going to be able to top that. They've now spent 2 motos largely side by side. Silver for this guy, bronze for this guy, and a whole shot award. Let's get some photos here. Let's hear it for a whole shot winner. 3rd place, Barry Carson. And 2nd place, John Gruey. So we're just going to keep them side by side. Dude, these battles, it's ridiculous. You almost did 3/4 of a lap side by side just like you did this morning. It was nuts.
Fortunately, I just really didn't see it as much, that yellow fender. because when you do, it instantly ups the tightness. So, yeah, it was good.
And what's it like battling from your perspective?
It's a long race, that one. That's 2 laps longer than our other one, and I just need to be strong. I got the start, but it's kind of really conservative, and then when those guys got close, then I started picking it up, but they were picked up already, so I struggled a little bit late in the race, but I still felt good, and I'm happy to be here.
You look sharp this year. Have you been any different in the prep or anything like that compared to last year? Yeah, he feels you're putting some heat on him. Are you feeling better this year?
Yeah, I mean, I took off work sometimes and went riding. I race every weekend, but I don't ride much during the week, so I told myself, let's go riding. We went riding at 7 o'clock in the morning. We went riding at 5 o'clock at night, and a couple times we went at noon. So just to get used to what's down here.
He wishes he didn't do that. It would make life a lot easier. Barry, you want to thank some people?
Again, Bromley, Suzuki, FMF, Dunlap, Scott Goggles, Ride Helmets, Decal Works, Twin Air Filters, Decal Works, Bob's RV is my company I do all week long. And thank Plumes, AMA. Everybody put this great race on. Cool to be up here on the podium. Thanks.
It's Barry Carson. Let's hear it for our third place finisher. As for you, John, the battles are great, but unfortunately you also got to deal with the Mike Brown guy in this class.
Yeah, for sure. That's tough. Mike is an incredible athlete, and, hats off to him, what he can still do at his age. And, man, as all of us that are older, we totally look up to Mike and appreciate what he does.
Who do you want to thank for this run?
Team Babbitt's, Team Green Kawasaki, Decal Works, Fox Gear, Twin Air, Dunlop Tires, Tamer Hole Shot Devices, Renthal, let's see, Hinson Clutch Components. Man, who else? It's so tough. Man, anybody I forgot, these guys are just tremendous help, and without them, you just can't do it.
All right, let's hear it for our runner-up, John Gruey. All right.